Hello again everyone, Deflect here, Firm and Fair Gaming. Wanted to bring you a video on the Deception Assassin. Deception really specializes in burst damage. It's much higher burst damage than Hatred. It's more of a single target focus, I guess you could say, over Hatred, where Hatred's more of a dot AoE. But this is the Deception Assassin Guide. This is what I'm currently running and how I'm currently playing Deception Assassin. We'll start off with the gear. As always, for every DPS character, your gear is going to need 110% accuracy. You can get that by mix and matching a few things, your gear mainly, and then adding augments to it. You can also get accuracy from using stims. This one grants 264 accuracy and 109 crit. You can buy those on the GTN, or you can make them with Biochem, your choice, but that is a great thing to have currently. Next up is Alacrity. You need 7.15%, same as every other DPS build. That's the GCD you want to reach. Everything else goes into crit. For the relics, you'll want to run Serendipitous Assault and Focused Retribution for the Mastering Power. Again, the Legacy, excuse me, the implants are great because they actually use the exact same ones for Hatred, which is Dynamic Force, reduce the cooldown of Recklessness, and a flat damage increase of 3% with Force Training. The tactical I am running currently is Awaken Flame. There are a couple other options with Deception, but that's what I'm currently running. I just found it works better than doing the other one, which was Blade of Elements. So may cause injury used to have a bunch of play, but it was more of an AoE tactical, and your AoE damage on Deception isn't that great anymore. So that is what I'm running, and that's why I'm running this one, the Awakened Flame, but that's my personal choice. Getting into how I did the ability tree, I took Penetrating Slash. I then took Forced Magnetism. That's for the Force Cloak, increased movement speed. Sorry, this one is increased armor pen and crit chance of Reaping Strike by 20%. Going up, I took Voltaic Engine. Voltage stacks build by Voltaic Slash increase your crit hit chance by 10% per stack. I'll show you how to easily build those stacks. Lightning Critical I use on this one as well. I then use Formless Phantom, reduce your damage taken in AoE. The speed one, increase your movement speed by 15% and your stealth by 10%. Activating Shock Ball or Eradicate, increase your movement speed by 50% for 9 seconds. Force Shroud, just to purge all hostile removable effects. And then Reaper's Rush. Phantom Stride grants Reaper's Rush, allowing your next assassinate to be used on any target. So that's what I'm currently running for the abilities. And this is the reason why. The gameplay. You'll want to watch a lot of things with Deception. Deception has a lot of fun things you got to keep your eye out for. But here are your 2 stacks. Induction, your next Shock or Ball Lightning consumes less force. Not that important. This is the big one. Voltage, Shock and Ball Lightning have a chance to automatically trigger Surging Charge. So you can see, you can just build them. You don't have to hit anything. You can always have 2 stacks by just using Lacerate. So I'll just lacerate, and you can always have 2 stacks. That's why when you can lacerate, and with the 2 stacks, you can actually stealth again too if you have time to go in. So if you have 2 stacks, you go in, you could use Phantom Stride, Discharge, because you have 3 stacks here. This is what you want to look at. Discharge damage is increased by 3 times, so Discharge. Recklessness to get another full discharge, and then discharge again. I usually use Maul, and then Reaping Strike. Ball Lightning, and then if you have Assassinated proc, I would use Assassinate, and then if not, Voltaic Slash to build up your 2 strikes again. So those are the things you kind of want to keep your eye open to, is make sure you're always looking for your voltage charges and how much you have under static discharge, because when this gets to 3, you want to use it. That is a big thing. So this one now you can see it's 3 discharge. You want to discharge, and then you can wreck and then discharge again for double burst on the discharge. It is very good with wreck, and you can see how quickly a wreck comes back. But those are the that's the idea to kind of watch while you're playing this spec. Definitely a good thing to do is watch out for your discharge stacks, and definitely to keep up your voltage stacks. So like I said, there is a better, like there is more of a rotation for this one. You know, you can get a pretty good rotation. It can be pretty long to get an ideal one, and you have to do it very quickly. But that is something that you guys can practice to see out. If I was to do it and say like the best one is, you definitely want to go in with 2 stacks of voltage, and then when you're out of combat, stealth. But Phantom Stride in, discharge, reckless, discharge, maul, reaping strike, ball lightning, assassinate, voltage slash, get your stacks back, ball lightning, discharge. If you had wreck back, you would use it there. You can force cloak, Phantom Stride back in if it's up. Unfortunately, I use that to get out of combat and do it here. And then discharge, wreck, discharge. And assassinate if it's up. So that's kind of the ideal example rotation. There is other things you can do, but those are the main things to keep your eye on. Just make sure you always keep your eye on your stacks of voltage, and your discharge stacks are really important. So if you have any questions, leave a comment below. As always, like, share, subscribe. So it's D-Fleck, Firm but Fair Gaming. We'll see you in the next video.